Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the second episode of Uchi no ko no Tame naraba ore wa Moshikashitara Maou Taoseru kamo Shirenai. And last episode, our adventurer Dale went through the forest to do some basic questing and came across a small child. And what you do in that situation is what he did. Took her home, did everything to get her back into a better state, and talked about trying to find a new home for her. But we know these shows usually go, you get attached, you keep it. That's just how it goes. And she is starting to learn a little bit of his language, little by little. We'll get there. She's still young, so I'm sure it won't take her. I'm sure she won't have too much difficulty with it. But anyway, yeah. By the end of the episode, he decided to keep her. So who knows what we'll get this time? But I'm eager to find out. I'm sure you guys are as well. So, I mean, you already know probably for watching this video, but regardless, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Yes, even if our languages are different, we can still understand each other. Never heard of that before, but I won't doubt you. And I thought rainbows were just like a reflection of sunlight or something, but what do I know? And poof, got him. Yeah, there's definitely a rainbow in the opening, so. That's much better than the outfit she wore when we first met her. Quite a bit better. And then we get to the actual combat. Which I don't know how much there actually will be in the show, but should be a little bit if it's in the opening. And then we start to actually see some side characters. I don't know if there will be like a main antagonist in the show. I don't think we've seen any hints of that yet. I mean, no one in the opening really screamed antagonist to me. The little girl begins her new life. Yeah, it's a bed far bigger than you need. You're not alone. I'm sure he's right there. Don't worry. Just go get him. But there's always a but. Well, that's harsh. Well, yeah, the question is, what about Latina? She did say that. I remember Rita said that. There she is, yeah. She's awake. Don't let her be too scared. Go up there and let her know that you did not run away. You did not abandon her. She is so cute. So small. Yeah, I get it. I couldn't leave her behind either. I spent the whole time worrying about her. I see where his priorities lie. I can respect that. The conflict is real. That might not be a good habit to fall into. Laying on those harsh truths. I should hope so. It's very simple language. It had hands to help. It's okay. It's pretty normal to leave your child once in a while. They're not going to explode the second you look away from them. You better not leave her alone for too long. Hopefully nothing bad happens to her, because if it does, he'll be even more paranoid about leaving her alone. So hopefully nothing happens. Yeah, you can say it. Oh, it was so close. It was not accurate, but it was cute. That's what matters. Why must you do this to me, Latina? My heart can only take so much. Can't guarantee that, but he most likely will. Kenneth, okay, I forgot his name. Well, as long as they pay. Not every day can be a dragon slaying mission. Just be glad you don't have to kill goblins every day. Keep the drinks coming. She's not an employee. She's a babysitting. Oh, that wasn't fair. I wasn't ready for that. Who gave her a plate? She's so tiny. She's barely in the frame. She's trying her best to help out. It's why? You better give her a big tip. Yeah, be careful, please. Don't want to hurt yourself. It's just so precious. And he is so big. He's not cute at all. I don't know if it is. This is probably violate some sort of child labor laws. Oh. Well, yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's dig in. That's payment for hard work done. Itarachai, indeed. Indeed. At least in anime. In real life, they kinda suck, but you gotta put up with them. Don't drink any of the alcohol, okay? You're a little bit young for that. I could watch this all day. Well, I'd be shocked if they didn't. Sorry, we put your daughter to work while you were gone. It's okay. Well, she had plates to keep her company, but otherwise... I could barely understand that. If I didn't already know what she was saying because of what you say in that situation, I would have no idea what she said. Okay. Yeah, that's... She was great. She helped out. They couldn't ask for a more well-behaved babysitted child. And so cute as well, I gotta mention that. You better savor them. You just now realizing that? I will take literally all the mashed potatoes you have in this establishment. Money is no object. Well, that was a change of expression. And she's still at it. She's really just working so hard. Man, he really lucked out with that find. Nice. I believe you. She is very special. Yeah, not quite strong enough. Don't hurt yourself. Who gave her a knife? That's not okay. We're gonna murder Kenneth later. Yeah, we really need to be careful there, Latina. More struggles. Struggles of the parents. The doting father. Yeah, we can't just not look. Don't be silly, Rita. Well, I bet we are now. Yeah, the things you're appealing. Yeah. That's how you get mashed potatoes through potatoes. Although it sounds like they say potato in like English, whereas they use an actual Japanese word for potato, so definitely more reasonable confusion there. But that wouldn't translate into subs at all. I don't know about that. Yeah, that's a problem. We can't just give in all of our whims, though. But we will. Yeah, but, I mean... You could barely spit that out. Don't get lost, okay? Don't talk to any strangers. Don't follow anyone home. That's not Kenneth. Okay, that's good. Hold on. uh, yeah, you better not sell it at the market either. I already warned Dale about that. Oh, you actually can summon a rainbow. It's a moral of magic that shouldn't surprise me all that much, I guess, but that's still pretty interesting. Ooh, doggy! She learned about that in the book. Yes, you knew. She doesn't say it quite right, but I can tell what she's trying to say, though. That's what matters. Oh no, she lost Kenneth. You were supposed to hold on because of that reason. I know it was pretty, but you better find her quickly, dude. You had literally one job. Yeah, that's where she had you. And you let her go. That's why we shouldn't have never trusted you, Kenneth. You never trust a guy named Kenneth. Well, you cheer me up a little bit with that, but still, you're lost, so... I... And you came back without her? How could you think that was okay? You should be out there looking for her, like, right now, guys. Come on, let's move it. This is why you gotta get a GPS chip in their neck. Yeah, seriously. Somebody actually speaking reason here. Get out that door. Yeah, that's the one good thing about her being now more well known in her establishment is that some people will recognize her and know where to take her. Well, that's an offer. But another good thing is that she does have some experience being alone, you know, like in the woods, so it's like she shouldn't like panic too much or anything. Okay, now we're talking. I got nothing better to do. Sure, I can find the most important character in this show. Well, we now have a full-on search party, so hopefully things go well. I wish we go. There she is. Okay. Just don't go in with any strangers. That's all I really ask at this point. Okay? You better not bully her. You better not bully her. Uh... Yeah, it's pretty standard dress. Hopefully they don't see the horns. I have a feeling they will. Yeah, she doesn't understand what you're saying. Not that they would know that. Wish I knew! He said, Etta, Donoff, do you not listen? And based on context, I'm assuming it means let go. Okay, somebody to help. That's good. Yeah, you don't just grab someone you just met like that. Oh, there we go, a dropkick. That's what I'm talking about. Well, what's clear is that you were being rude. I mean, that much is obvious. I like it she says it after she beats them up. Well, maybe you could learn to talk to somebody without you grabbing them and force them to not leave when they want to. I could have said that sentence better, but... Makes you feel any better, your Japanese is probably better than mine. Oh yeah, she's gonna use some healing magic. I think. Maybe she'll suck it into a black hole, what do I know? What's the line? Itai no tondoke? Something like that? Yes, and if you keep messing with her, she'll blow you up. I would assume her father. Yes, we already established you leave her alone. Yes, that's another important Japanese word to learn. You'll hear it a lot. Because it works in a lot of different contexts, it's used a lot. I guess adventures. Yes, Dale is an adventure. Have you guys seen Dale? Well, yeah. Her broken Japanese is cute, though, so no problem here. Good thing she learned the cat word. That might be it. Yes. Yeah, she's already learned more Japanese than I thought she would have by now. Or, you know, the language is supposed to be. It's really Japanese. I actually don't remember what the language is actually called. How much do you want me to be able to do? I'm starting to learn a new language. I can do magic. I live in a new city. Have a new father. Roughnecks. Is that a real word? Ah. Well then. Came to the wrong neighborhood. Well, yeah, after you were bullying her. Yeah, there we go. She is smaller than the rest of them, too. Yeah, good point. Not gonna say no to him. Could tear you guys in half. And we finally got home. That's good. But it was a bit of a scare for everyone. But what matters is that she's safe, so. Yes. Well, I guess they got a bit of a reward for that, so good thing they did come all the way. Are we friends? We just met. But it would be nice for her to have some friends, for sure. Yeah, I want to watch out for those roughnecks. Jill Vester. Stallone. There we go. That's definitely a friendship I can get behind. Chloe and Latina. It's okay, I know you didn't mean to get lost. Yeah. Oh, Dale, yeah, Dale. Where's Dale? At least I think they were talking about Dale. I'm sure he was pretty worried. Yeah, here he comes. There's Dale. And she's already back. And there she is. Aww. You can go hug him now. Unless you think he's mad at you. I'm sure he's not mad. Just, you initiate the hug, Dale. Which is the best way to show that you're not mad. It wasn't intentional, so it's not really a reason to be angry. Don't look at me like that. You're gonna make me cry if you keep this up much longer. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, just improve it. We're gonna learn conjugations? Oh. Other than just nouns? Oh, rainbow! So I've heard. You're indeed allowed to be happy. I'm just busy in a flashback, don't mind me. I'm sure she's tired, it was a rough day, for sure. But at least she kind of made new friends, that's one good thing. And the ED, yeah. Well, that episode was a bit of a ride. It's really all Kenneth's fault, let's be honest. Here we go, the dancing. It's the dancing, that's the real meat of the ED. Oof. It's so good. It's so gifable. The mix of English and Japanese in the title of this song is weird. I guess nothing new for anime songs. At least in lyrics, but not so much in titles. And there we go, the end. Okay. That was the second episode of Uchi Musume. I don't want to say the whole title again. So, this episode, it was good. Definitely a good episode. I mean, the whole show was very, very good. It's obviously going for a slice of life, you know, feel good, warm type of atmosphere, slice of life show in a fantasy setting. And I'd say the show's doing a pretty good job of what it set out to do here. Now, I mean, some people I'm sure would want other things from the show, like more action, more battles, but that's clearly not the focus of the show. I do think we'll get some of that because at the end of the day, Dale is still an adventurer. He's got to take these quests and stuff. However, that never doesn't have to be the focus. Like in this episode, for example, Dale went to go do something adventure related, but we as the audience did not follow that. We followed Latina. We followed Kenneth and Latina. You know, they went to the market and all that. Well, actually, no. I think I'm mixing up events. We showed her working. That's what happened when he was gone doing that. She was working, and yeah, we heard during that scene. The first hint that was happening was one of the customers made a comment like, "Hey, you're sure hiring them young these days." And I was thinking to myself, "What are you talking about? She's just being babysat. She's not actually an employee or anything. I didn't really think much about it. I was going to drink my water, and then it shows her just like there carrying the plate and almost spit on my water because the sudden cuteness was just too much. I wasn't ready for that, and nobody told her to do it. She just grabbed the plate and was trying to be helpful. It was just so precious. It just she's such a good girl. I like Dale really did luck out. Like he could have found a demon child in the forest that was just a brat and threw tantrums and never listened and stuff like that. But no, he kind of won the lottery as far as finding lost children to become parents for. So yeah, got pretty lucky on that one. So yeah, all that stuff with her working was great. And Dale, he's clearly the doting father type. The show has made that pretty clear. Like it was like try to pull him away from her long enough to actually do his job. You know, that scene that really did a good job of portraying just that aspect of him. But, you know, when he went to go do his job and came back, nothing bad happened, at least not at that point. Something bad happened later when she went with Kenneth to the market because we can't trust Kenneth. That's the real takeaway from the episode. And she saw the rainbow, and that got her attention because of the memories of her father and telling her about the importance of rainbows and stuff. So that's kind of played a big role in just how focused she got on it. Unfortunately, she was so focused she let go of him and got lost. You know, I can see why she blames herself for that, but I really feel like that was more Kenneth's fault. Like, you really should pay better attention when you're bringing somebody else's small child with you to the market that's still pretty new to the area and very susceptible to getting lost. Like, you should every few seconds glance back at her to make sure she's, not gone. So I 100% blame Kenneth for that. I mean, it's still an accident at the end of the day, so I'm not gonna say we should stab him or anything as a punishment, but I still think if we're placing blame on anyone, it's definitely Kenneth, like, without question. So that's I just bring that up because I don't think people acknowledge that anywhere near enough, that it was definitely Kenneth's fault. And I feel like we should have talked about that a little bit more because, like, I had to watch Latina be very sad and cry and think Dale was mad at her, and meanwhile Kenneth didn't cry at all. Nobody yelled at him, really. So at least not very much. I don't remember exactly what happened when Dale came back. I think they, I'm gonna go back to that scene real quick. What exactly did happen in that bit? Going to see. Yeah, I was right about here. He says, "I'm sorry," which he better be. So, but I don't think they actually really scolded him here. It was mostly just Dale being worried. So yeah, I take issue with the fact that nobody, like, smacked Kenneth or something. Like, I would have liked some sort of yelling or scolding or something towards Kenneth because of the fact that I blame him for that whole thing. So a little bit disappointed that we didn't get that. That's probably the closest thing to a complaint I have with the episode. But it's not a big one, of course. And yeah, when she was lost, it was pretty hard to watch. She was just there, so scared. And I mean, you didn't really realize just how scared she was until later on when she actually talked about it to Dale. But then some random kids show up, and my first thought is they're gonna bully this poor girl. And luckily, it didn't get quite as bad as I thought it would be. Like, I kind of imagined a scenario where they took off her bow, see her horns, and they say something like, "Ah, look at this broken horn freak, let's bully her." Like, I was expecting some sort of scene like that, because I've seen scenes like that in anime before several times. So I was expecting that to, like, slowly escalate in that direction, maybe not get too bad, but at least get, worse than it was. But luckily, it was kept not too bad. I mean, who knows how things would have escalated if Chloe, I think that was her name, didn't show up, but she did show up and she was able to, help out the situation. I think she went a little bit overboard with, attacking these kids because they did seem a bit injured. I think she may have went a little bit overboard on that, but I still think it was the right thing to do, was to put a stop to it. But she might be a bit of the violent type. I kind of get the impression. But rather than, rubbing spit on it or whatever, she just used her healing magic, and they were quite impressed by that. Because I don't think any of them can use magic. It's probably not a typical thing among human children. So, something for them to think is cool about her, I guess. But, yeah, they're probably all going to be, like, friends later on and go out and play and stuff. I have a feeling. At the very least, Chloe, like, that's definitely going to be a thing. Like, the other one shot of them holding hands and stuff, which I definitely liked quite a bit. So, I'm sure we'll get more of that type of stuff. But luckily, somebody did show up to save her. I don't remember his name. I want to say it was... Gilliman... No, what was his name? I don't remember. But the guy I'm talking about, the one that helped her. And yeah, then we ended off the episode pretty much with just her having a reunion with Dale. Very emotional reunion, a lot of tears, a lot of crying, very, very sad stuff. And a little bit more of reading her books and her learning more about the language. And she definitely makes some pretty rapid progress. I wish I could make that much progress on Japanese, but oh well. Oh well. Anyway, point is, good episode. I like maybe one or two little nitpicks about it, but overall, very good episode, very good show. Latina is amazing. Dale is pretty great as well. Rita's good as well. I'm also glad Rita's in the show, even if she's not as much of a main character as those two. I'm so glad Rita is in the show. Kenneth I don't like, at least not right now, because I'm mad at him because of what happened. So, but Rita did nothing wrong. Well, they were kind of, well, like when they got an argument, it was mostly just Dale panicking. But during that scene, she was the one that said, hey, maybe you guys should go ahead and actually look for her. Like, Rita was on point. I have no complaints whatsoever with Rita. She's one of the best characters of the show, for sure. So, I'm glad she's here. But, yeah, a lot of great Latina cuteness, which is what I mostly wanted out of the show. So, as long as I get that, I'll be happy. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.